One word about a topic that we consider of greatest importance. In the past, we did not have a specific focus on our semester. We decided to have a more an emerging approach. The faculty, the council that is now in charge of defining what we do here, let the professor choose more or less the courses that prove to be more effective. Now we decided to change a little bit our approach, and we decided to have a focus every semester. The spring semester is dedicated to globalization and environmental issues. We decided to have this semester a specific focus on cultural heritage. You will see that there are many courses that tackle this subject. Many of the Italian students, they are not necessarily here because lessons for the Italian students start a little later during the month, so you will see them a little later. Many Italian students express their interest in this topic. We believe that obviously these classes will be fully integrated, with students coming from different backgrounds, different institutions. We believe that this focus is of greatest interest for all the participants of the program, and it has a clear connection with Venice. Just a word on this. It was a few days ago, we had this journalist from the New York Times that visited the exhibition that I strongly recommend, the exhibition we have developed with Moleschine about contemporary Venice. And the most important, compelling topic was how do we manage Ponte dei Sospiri? For those who are in Venice now, it's clear the subject. You have this advertising popped up, in Palazzo Ducale, and how do we manage the relationship between firms, advertising, and the historical heritage we are in charge of, of preserving. And it's not easy for those who have been here many years ago. The fact that we now cover these monuments with these huge Coca-Cola advertisement, it's kind of shocking. We need money, obviously, to renovate Palazzo Ducale, but probably there are several ways to do so. And this obviously spurs a huge debate, not just at local level, but at international level. We decided to focus on this topic because we believe that Venice is a great arena to test some of our ideas, and we are sure that the fact that you will be living here for a few months will enrich your point of view on this subject. Obviously, we're not interested in having just a Venetian point of view. This is not the point, and obviously we are encouraging you to develop several points of view, and Professor Calza will give us a flavor of what we consider cultural heritage, not just from our point of view, from an Italian point of view, but also from a more general perspective. One last word about what we used to call co-curricular activities. Again, in the past, we saw that, and this is obviously very, very reasonable, many students had a chance to consider Venice as a starting point to visit Italy, visit Europe. And obviously, we recommend, so we believe that many of you do have a chance to visit our country for the first time. We encourage you to do some tourism as well. But for many of you, there is also the need to fully discover Venice in a different way. Venice and the surrounding, the region, the metropolitan area, or what I called before, the metropolitan area. We organize some visits ourselves. Some of them are very much now well-established activities. We usually set up a trip to the Prosecco Valley, which is usually one of the most enjoyable trips that we organize. But we do have a visit to the Mose, for instance, which are these moving dams that will close the lagoon when high tides will appear. And we consider this a huge technological effort that Italy put in place. This is something that will be discussed, by the way, in Shanghai next week at the Expo, for instance. You will have a chance to visit all these new infrastructures that Italy is building, Venice is building, and all this will be, our contribution to your understanding of Venice in a different perspective. I mentioned already the Biennale. I mentioned already, all these activities, the lagoon, the islands, the port. All these sites will be discovered with you in trips that we usually organize in a way that it should be fully coherent, and usually is fully coherent with the teaching activities that take place here in Venice. Before I leave the floor to Luca Pesce to say a few words on the beginning of the semester, let me say just one word of thanks to Tiziana Di Pietro, who is in the board of directors for the Foscari in Venice International University, who created this opportunity to invite Professor Calza, who will give his speech in a few minutes. It's a great honor for us. We already organized a couple of very important exhibitions with Chinese artists here, and one day, I will not say when, but one day we will have a Chinese garden in the Suzhou Manor here in the island. I will not say when, because we do have some problem in defining a clear schedule in these works, but you will have a chance to see the plastic, the model, which will be placed near my office. So you will see a new part of the island. I will not guarantee that you will see it in Rio, in the garden, placed in the garden, but you will have a chance, this is clear, to see it as a model.